Hey Aquarius, welcome to a Tarotscope reading for the week beginning August 8th through the 15th. It's Sagittarius Yogini, and I'm recording this on the Lionsgate portal, and this is falling in your 7th house of committed partnerships in general, legal affairs. So, as a wonderful manifesting portal, coming just days after the new moon in Leo, this would be a great time to think about issues that are seventh house related and how they may affect you. And the other cosmic event that I wanted to let you know about is that, oh my gosh, it's funny because I've been doing these and also doing astrological reports, and I believe it's the 14th of August, either the 14th or the 15th. We're going to have Mercury going back into Leo. We're currently in a Mercury retrograde that began in Virgo, and it's going back to your opposite sign of Leo. Now, what does this mean, Aquarius? What this means is that some of you may have some kind of legal matter that involves other people's finances. Maybe they're connected with yours. If you are going through a divorce, if you're having some kind of dissolving of a business partnership or a will, there might be something that needs to be tended to because or as part of the retrograde, there might be some mistake on a document. So when it goes back into the 7th house, you might have to redo something, re-sign something, and even renegotiate. So just keep that in mind. Alrighty. Let us see what cards come out here. Well, this is a card that can be connected to something along those lines, honestly. Okay. Alrighty then. And it's interesting because the Emperor can actually be, in some cases, a judge. So maybe making a decision, if you will. The heart of the matter is the Ace of Pentacles. This can be a new job that you're applying for, or that you are starting working at, I guess. It could be that too. But the other thing, and this deck, which is called Light Seers Tarot, doesn't have the same type of illustration as the Rider-Waite deck does. In the Rider-Waite deck, they show like this, almost like a portal, but it's like this archway that is decorated in leaves, which kind of represent prosperity. And it's like a whole new life that the person is stepping into, because aces are beginnings. With pentacles, we're talking about financial matters and also work, health. You could look at anything that's on the practical level. So some kind of beginnings in this way. But if you're talking about love, it can be a new connection with someone where it might actually stand the test of time because it is grounded. It's a grounded relationship, meaning that the pentacles relate to the earth element, and that makes it more stable. If you have the Ace of Wands, and wands are fire, it can be very exciting, very passionate, but maybe not very stable, and it could be very short-lived. Not necessarily, but I'm just saying that that's kind of the element of fire, is it burns very brightly, but it can burn out as quickly as it ignites, you know. And the earth is very durable. So there could be some sort of new beginning that you're initiating that has a long-lasting effect. People will say, oh, don't initiate anything during a Mercury retrograde. Well, if you get a job offer and you have to show up for work on a certain date, are you going to say, no, I'm not going to do that? Well, that would be kind of foolish, wouldn't it? Because you're afraid of a Mercury retrograde. I don't know. To me, if you're afforded an opportunity, then if you want that opportunity, I would think you would have to grab it when it presents itself and worry about the fallout later. But in any case, this can be money that you receive, and this can actually be a windfall, meaning that it could be a large sum of money that you receive. And again, if this is an inheritance, for instance, this can be life-changing. What crosses you is the Knight of Cups. So in the challenge position, this card, if we're talking about relationships, for instance, this is the proverbial knight in shining armor type of person. When it's in the upright position. Now, when I picked the card, I'm pretty sure it was in the upright position, but I'm reading it in the more challenging way. And some of the cards, most of the cards that are reversed are the negative versions of whatever the card means, but some of them are actually more positive than the upright. In the Knight of Cups, the reversed would be someone who is very, maybe emotionally immature, someone who is manipulative. Maybe they have addictive tendencies. So if you are involved with such a person, you may be craving a relationship with someone who is very grounded, or that person is actually in your life, but you still have to deal with that guy, the Knight of Cups guy. If this is an offer, a financial offer some type, and this may have something to do, for instance, with family members. Maybe there's someone in your family that is creating problems as it pertains to family money. And this person is probably someone you want to watch out for if for some reason they have control of the money. Because this person may have an addiction and they may blow the money, they may lie and be deceptive. So you have to be careful about this person if everyone is depending on him for the financial distribution of like the family money or what have you. Maybe this individual comes across in a very charming way, but he has dark motives or nefarious motives, you could say. So it's kind of like a mixed bag, in other words. There might be like a really good thing happening for you, but then there's this thing that you got to deal with to get there. What's coming in is the Magician card. I love this depiction of the Magician card because it reminds me of the vortex that Abraham Hicks talks about. And basically, this card is about being a conscious co-creator, meaning that we're not just going through life, allowing life to happen to us. We actually believe that we have some power, some say over, the kind of things that we call forth into the world, or that are come into our reality, let's put it that way. And that we actually have more power than we think we know. And, when you think about this, and I think a lot of Aquarians would agree with me, that we are conditioned to kind of go along with the program. And, when we get old enough where we're being, prepared for the workforce, let's say, which is what the public school system was all about, and they do aptitude tests, they're always like, it's the same old, but they're not saying, well, I think you should be an entrepreneur. I think you should work for yourself. I think you should be an artist. It's always something that you can plug yourself into that's part of a system. And I think Aquarius is leading the way, because we're entering this Aquarian age where it's like, do your own thing. And when I said do your own thing, it was 11:11 on this recording. So that's way cool. That's a confirmation as far as I'm concerned. And I actually see like the Aquarius color of amethyst. And I don't know, I get this Aquarius vibe from the Magician card. It's actually connected to Aries. And so I feel like you're going to, whatever it is, and maybe this is because if you do get some money, now you feel like you can create, but you're not going to have your back up against the wall if you were looking for some kind of way that you didn't have to, like, just make a living and pay your bills, and that consumed all of your energy. Maybe now you can do things without having to worry about that. And I realize that may not be true for everybody, that this is going to be, it might affect you in a different way. But the bottom line is that you have some say in what you bring forth in the world. It's not just happening to you. And the outcome card is the Emperor. This is a card of having order in your life and being in that position of authority in your life. I believe this card is connected to Aries as well. I've always connected it to Capricorn. But Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It's a cardinal fire sign. So I always think of the King of Wands when I think of Aries, that alpha male type of vibe. It's numbered 4 in the major arcana, and number 4 is connected to Saturn, which is the planet of order, foundations. In astrology, the 4th house is the house of home and family. So there's your foundations. And so this is something that is a process. Something that you're initiating becomes what is gives you the ability to get your house in order, get your life in order. And you make it happen. It's not dropping from the sky. I mean, I do believe that there are times when we receive, let's say we receive some kind of money from an outer source that we didn't work for directly. Maybe it does feel like it's like some kind of a gift. And that is a possibility. But I also think that a lot of times, even in those cases, we are aligning ourselves to what it is that we want to manifest. And this is the outcome. Feeling large and in charge. But also, this could be some kind of a judge, someone who is rendering a decision on something that has a potential to change your life. Okay, that's what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link, well, not a link yet, but the information is below. Thanks for watching. Bye.